Фидий выдумал это чело, эту львиную гриву, ласковый шелковый взгляд из-под зора очей громоносных? Нет!
Смотрите, с кем интервью.
Эти звуки летали всегда в беспредельном пространстве. Он же, глухой для земли, неземные подслушал рыдания. О, на грани себя.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Olga.
We are really happy to see you today, and I would love to talk with you about your art journey. When did you start? Maybe when your parents start to see that you're an art person.
Actually, till the moment I let them know that I would like to be an art person and I would like to pursue my acting career, that would never occur to them to think this way. They was
really?
going to be, I don't know, like lawyer or something like that. I was a brainy kid, so, and they were thinking I just gonna do something else. So, but,
Which age did you start? I don't know, some arts performance.
if we don't count like some regular thing, like kids performances, I would say it was my middle school. I was very lucky because I was studying at the Lyceum, and we had a very good drama class there. So, and when I first time have seen one performance of there, I was just, oh my god, I would love to take part in. So, and then we have kind of concert. There's a National Women's Day, and we did some kind of our short performances, and we did something funny. Some we make a copy of already some things that already exist. We just made our way, just copy. And this director have seen me, and he told me wow. So I think you're gonna match the main role in my next performance. I was just over the moon. I was just wow.
Yeah.
So
was it special school with art classes or not?
That was based on National Nuclear Research University, but they had one of branch. It's kind of we learn Spanish there, some social science, some law things, and it's kind of more not artistic, but
social.
Yeah, and probably that's why they hire this drama teacher to really kind of mixed, make more bright, more happiness, to find some talent among those people there. So that's.
Tell me more about Mikhail Anikin, kid. Was something special in your personality that help you today, like an actor?
I think I'm very positive and open-minded guy. I was curious about meditation all my life.
Oh.
And I don't remember how it comes, but I had some difficulties, and one in my life about things. I was kind of difficult child. My parents were divorced, so, and I had one friend of my stepfather who, I don't know why, were very just concerned about me. We talk a lot. And when I told him that I would like to know more about meditation, about the things, he introduced me to method of Silva meditation thing. I was probably on my 6th grade or something, but it's completely changed my mind. I just all those things about visualization, about I'm able to write my future, about positive mind. So probably that's really affect me. That's really show me that world is very different. I can look around more. So that's probably what made me kind of special.
Yeah, awesome. Looks like it's a fact, because you have your dream and you're going straight to your dream, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I remember since I was a kid, in my kindergarten they made some performance, and they separate the whole amount of text between kids, give them tiny parts.
Yeah.
And I had a very good memory, so I easily could memorize all the things. And when mom asked me like, "What did you do today in the kindergarten?" I told her the whole program. Just, do you know what Sasha's part? Do you know what Masha's part? And I told her the whole program. And when my mom finally got to the final performances, she already knew everything. So, and I don't know, the just cool thing about it's still like this feeling with me. When I see somebody doing something on a stage and it's not good enough, I know how to do better. So it was like every time in my mind when I like see something, I'm just like, I know how to do it better. I know how I would do that. I know probably it's like a little bit arrogant. And now I have less of those feelings because now I'm surrounded by more professional people. But at the very beginning, it was like super obvious that. Yeah.
I hear this not first time because one of like the very famous musician, Ilya Lagutenko, for me he's genius and he created his music band at 11. So and he told me the same because he said like I was listening to music, different bands, and like I would do better. It's not enough. So it's very interesting sign for me. Anyway, I would love to ask you about the different professions. How do you think if you will not become like an actor, what you would like to do for life?
Yeah. So if like we leave all the borders and just really start dreaming, I'm very up to music. So I just don't have enough time now to practice a lot but I love just like to this feeling of creation. So I would probably should have studied more piano. I'm just started. So.
But you play instrument. Which one instrument?
I play guitar. I play some specific Russian instrument called garmon.
It's close to accordion, right?
Yeah. I also do step. It's kind of like musical instrument as well. So, but yeah, someday I realized that piano just can really, help me to impress everything that I have, everything that I know. And I'm already familiar with notes, with harmony, with the things, and now it's easier for me. But like I'm not studying good enough, not enough time. So because I do many other things. Let me think. What else could I do? I was thinking like I can justify everybody. So I think I would be a good lawyer. So I probably it's not like very good thing.
But probably your parents will be happy, more happy, right?
But yeah, so I definitely have some good communication skills. I like to tell stories. I like to talk. Communication is my strong side as far as I think, as I know. Yeah, I'll probably would do something like that. And I can be a travel blogger.
Oh, do you like traveling?
Yeah, and I kind of experienced traveler. So it would be good to share some things like that. I know there are a bunch of things. Like the main thing is just like amount of investment, amount of the thing. You need to really be enlightened doing that.
Looks like you're very open for a lot of professionals, but your profession, it's a way to try a lot of things.
Yeah.
Kind of live a lot of lives in one life.
Yeah, and that's actually what that's right. So let's say better. Everything like I learn. If somebody asks me why do you do that, right? I just can say that because I can use it someday. I can just kind of use it as my character.
Oh, you have a lot of curiosity, so
yeah, I think it's an important part of being an actor.
Yeah, let's get back to your education. Tell me, how did you find? I think it was a journey to get to this university when you choose to be an actor for real.
Yeah, I was surprised actually. So as far as I finished my school, I didn't want to go to any university because I didn't know what I really want to do, and I wasn't really good student to prepare for my exam. And when finally I get my grade, I just realized, oh my god, that's not good enough. And the only option I had is just to pay like half of the price. So just like they not give me like free education, right? They give me like discount. And my mom told me, this is money, like, and I know we're not wealthy family, so it's like hard for her. She saved money for something like more important. She said, no, like you have to do that. Like all our like family member got the like university degree, and you need to have it. And she gave me this money, said, so go and pay. And then halfway, I just like asked myself, do I really want it? And I just went back, give money back to mom, and say, Mom, no, I cannot do that. So, and I took like a year off just to thinking. I just was working. I was working as a bartender, so did some stuff. And after when I just really got stuck, I went to my village winter time. So and I just left alone there for like 2 weeks, and that was cool. I meditate, I read books, I just was thinking, and finally I get to the point when I ask myself honestly, so if there are not going to be any like feeling of fear, what would you prefer to choose? And I said, wow, definitely would be acting, because I never was like as happy as on a stage. And I was thinking like, that's enough. So if I already decided that like I'm gonna be an actor, I'm already a winner. I didn't know it's so hard to pass the and this time I had like probably 2 months to prepare something, and that's not enough. People are preparing like for 2 years.
I know a lot of people like trying to get there 10 years, 7 years.
And I failed all 5 universities in Russia, and I knew that there was like a good university at Yaroslav, which is like far 4 hours far from Moscow. And so I went there, and even there I failed. So but they offered me to be a puppet artist the first year, and they told me like, this is the same base, you're gonna like as minimum like learn, and then you're gonna see. And I decided like, yeah, why not? I've taken it, and at the same university I've seen the final performance of graduates, and that was like director. I fall in love immediately. I saw the performance, I'm just, oh my god. And I knew that next year, so because like they're graduating, he's taking a new course, so and he will be a director. And I just, oh my god, I want it so badly. And I start preparing, and 1 year there really helped me, because like I really start a little bit better understand how it works. So yeah, and it was a very hard thing, and he was like hesitate to take me or not. So, and especially like it's not very it's the same university, and to take somebody from different course was not very like good way to do that. But he gave me a chance, and I appreciate that a lot. That's the best what happened with me. So like probably the most professional person so far I used to work with. So that's amazing. But it was hard thing, and we had so many stories. I was like kind of like rebellious on his course, so it wasn't smooth. Like and it's not like a fight. We argue, so we had conflicts. But now I love him with all my heart. So like he helped me to be who I am.
You're a really good storyteller. It's true. Tell me more, please, about your career. What's happened after university?
Because I was working at the provincial theater, so as usual, like all provincials, I was working in provincial university, and all provincial theater around, they like would like to take you, but my dream was to be in Moscow. So, and this time, I've got a project, and we've done a project in Moscow. So, and after that, it was like it's getting like again and again and again. So we did some like projects, and already on the 3rd grade, I was like living between 2 cities. It was very hard. So like every time like night train from Yaroslav to Moscow. So, and I had rehearsal there. We about to finish our final project here, but it's amazing time. So like you're on a stage there and here, it's like you get something there, you bring it to your stage experience, like you get something there, you bring to your project experience. And then like after a year, we made our performance where I was lead.
Oh.
So it was like 2 hours on a stage with the audience telling stories. That's an amazing experience. So that's like, wow.
Just only yourself on a stage?
Kinda. So it was like main role, and I'm the main guy who telling the story. So like, and there were like 2 guys who kind of assist me, kind of like accompany me. So, but we're a really good team. So we made it like in a very cool way, and we create so much stuff to just. It's just a story, and you need to tell it. And for 2 hours, people on the stage watching it you, and you don't need to let them get bored even for a second. And this time I probably first time like felt how you breathe the same, like in the same wave with your audience. So you kind of feel like if they're laughing, you let them laugh. If they are kind of like, you know, it's a lyrical moment, you let them. If you need to hurry up, you feel like you need to hurry up. So it's just like feeling of audience. That what like different between stage experience and acting experience in the movie.
But what's your favorite stage experience or movie?
I cannot separate. It depends like
Really?
on the people who I work with and on like professional people who I work with. So I cannot really say like I'm very excited, and I'm glad that like I still do both. So I recently finished our performance in Vancouver, right? And even like tomorrow we started our new project in Portland. So it's actually a thing, and the main idea I think is to be flexible because it's different like level of impression. But yeah, just like listen careful, try to be connected with people you work with, and yeah, that's the key.
So, but after Moscow, you get there, and right now you building your career in Los Angeles. And I want to ask, like, what's your favorite job that you had for on all your career? Movie or stage work? What's your favorite?
Oh my god, that's so hard to choose one. So
Tell me about couple if you want.
yeah, so so all of them like made me the person who I am. For example, in my university, we was working on a very interesting play by Bertolt Brecht. It's about like Nazis, about like how Germany came to this Nazist country, how like something changed in the regular people's life to like, you know, how it comes, how it's happening. So, and there was a role, and my director actually didn't really believe that I'm gonna do that, but he told me, if you're gonna do that, I will consider yourself as an actor, like a real big actor. And it was so challenging because there was like 2 guys for the same role, and we working like till you're doing good, you're on a stage. As far as you failed or something like you're not satisfied, switch. It was like that. It's like in a soccer, right? Like a substitute. But it's like you have chance to get back as far as he failed. And that was hard because like you kind of try not to wish him bad thing. You're just trying to watch him and see how you're gonna do better. But that was competition. But finally, like I remember once I haven't been like for 2 months. So he was working for 2 months. And then finally he just like, you know, was not good enough. I don't know, I couldn't say that good enough, just like was not like, you know, get the thing. I went there and like I never was substitute, and I was the only guy who performed that. That was the role, that was like the thing. I had a huge monologue on a stage, and I remember how first time I read this monologue and I didn't know what's gonna be the reaction of it. And the whole audience started like laughing in a cool way. Because it's fear and laugh at the same time, and then like they start laughing and they start. So it was like 2 minutes of interruption because like we couldn't stop. We all was shocked, but how cool was that? That was amazing feeling. Oh my god, I could just keep going and keep going. Probably the coolest movie in Russia was the movie Eco Love, where I was the main character. This movie like got a bunch of awards in Europe. But the coolest thing, I really found a good connection with the director, and he let me improvise. Oh my god, how cool that was. For example, he just told me, okay, now make her laugh. So that's it. However, just like, you know, use all conditions, all the like, and I remember there was a moment once, there was a
sound man, and he just start laughing and fall into the frame. how like hilarious it was. That was cool. So like
Awesome.
that was like wow. Yeah, we were doing stuff. And still, like if you like would watch it, there's so many like reaction things that we just done like as an improv.
It was 16 plus, so it was something like.
Yeah.
How did you feel about?
That's part of the job. And I probably like way more confident about that than some other people. For me, it's very important to find the right connection. So it's happening with me. I remember like first time when like it was like study part when you work with your partner and you don't really understand. You just now you like fall in love as your character or like you. So it's kind of hard thing because like you really kind of you believe. So that's tricky thing, but for me like it's very important to, it doesn't matter even if we play like against each other, so even if it's not a bad scene, so it's important to have connection. So that's like very cool thing about like main snow technique, which like very popular here in America. So yeah, it's if you trust your partner, if you let your partner see yourself like whatever who you are, like who your character is, it's good. So that's the main thing.
Like, what about your parents? How did they react about this? Did you think about or not?
You mean like about that scene or?
No, about that scene.
No, they kind of like know that it's a part of the job, it's part of the art. The hardest part, sometimes I forget about it. So I have my acting show reel included this part, and sometimes I just send people that, and yeah, once I had like situation when my friend like showed that to his kids. So I was guest at his like dinner, and then he said, "Oh, you know this guy? He's doing movie stuff." So and he showed this, and I just forget to let him. Sometimes like it's super normal for me already, right? It's just like. For me, like I really like some beautiful scene, but like being really naked on a stage or in a movie, it just should be a really good justification of that. So, but I don't consider like think that I did something like inappropriate. I'm just like it's part of the story, it's part of the thing, it's part of the like what make this movie special. So,
What about your plans or projects right now? Can you tell more, please?
Tomorrow I start a new project. It's very interesting. Think it's gonna be horror and comedy at the same time.
Oh.
And I try to not have any expectation about it. I try to trust the director. So as far as I met him, I realized that like I trust him. It looks like he knows what he's doing. But it would be very interesting experience because like the story might be sounds weird in the very beginning, even like name. It's a cat's zombie in Mars. So, and I have no idea, but I'm very excited to just be part of like any projects I do, and especially like people trust you, people like ask like we need exactly you. I think you are able to help us. So I like to use all my things that I know in acting to help them. So and it would be a feature movie, and if they're not gonna change the name, you can see that.
So you looks like you are a cosmopolitan person. It was whole world, and you could choose to be, let's say, on Bollywood, or stay in. I know that you have some experience, movie experience, and you play in Thailand.
Yeah.
But why did you decide that Hollywood your place?
Yeah, it's a good question. Because I was in China and I knew many guys like are stars in local production. Because they really have white privilege there, so it's easy for you to. But my main thing is to be as professional as I could be. So that's why I really appreciate my Russian background and my classical Stanislavski school, and I still use it as the most important background I have. But going further, right, there is no better place to pursue acting career than America, than Hollywood. And
Yeah, so even like realization that if I succeed here, if I have chance to work with such a professional people, so that just make me feel so excited.
So, tell me more about the movie stars or stage stars who inspire you, who like an example for you.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Edward Norton. You know, I really like flexibility, and I really like when you can be tough, soft, gentle, emotional, calm, and variety of the things. So I don't really like to be like pretty looking guy or tough guy in a movie only. That's not my type. I'm more about drama. So that's why like Edward Norton is a perfect example of variety. And I really like Dustin Hoffman because the thing that what makes him special, he's an actor every time. So there like hilarious story how he was working on the Tootsie where he played woman, and he used this character he made, and he went to school to his daughter, and he pretended like he's sister of Dustin Hoffman. So, and he even started flirting with the teacher. So that's like story is amazing. I'm just like, that's a cool thing. Like when you, because like on the stage when people reveal you, what's the point, right? But in life, it's like super obvious if they reveal you or not. Life is, there is nothing like better to compare things in acting than life. So like it should be like in life, right? And then in that case, people believe you. They just, it might have happened, right? In some particular circumstances, sometimes very high degree circumstances, but like and recently, I'm very inspired with Tom Cruise.
Oh.
It's just a cool thing. Like I probably am not gonna do like such a stuff like him, like stunt thing. It's not really my stuff. But you know how he loves the things and what he's doing, how he excited and like he lives his life. So he's the guy. Dustin Hoffman, Edward Norton, Tom Cruise, Matthew McConaughey. So for his way of like still being a good guy seeking for his way.
How about movies? Your favorite movies? Maybe what inspire you too?
Oh, that's hard. I have a bunch of
just couple.
I really like the classic of
Oh.
Hollywood. So I really like Tarantino style. So just because it's the level of like circumstances is just it's burning.
You say that you can play, you like music. I think it's important for an actor too. So what you can do else, like your skills like an actor.
I think like here it's very unique. In Russia it's kind of like normal. It's part of your education. So I did ballet dancing, contemporary dancing, and tap dancing. I used to play guitar.
So you're a dancer then?
Huh?
Dancer then?
Yeah.
You can dance.
I do acrobatic things such as backflip or a little bit like break dance as well. So like some tricks. At the same time, it's part of the educational program. When you do juggling, I can ride unicycle. I did theatrical dance. Yeah, there's so many skills. It's just here because there are no like really schools where actor can do that. But there for 4 years, you really try all your best and you get some skills to be very flexible. There are a bunch of things you learn, and it's kind of like part of the things. That's why like here it makes me really unique. But in Russia, we actually like study the same thing, study the same. It's part of the education. So, but some personal thing, I do yoga. I'm just like I do boxing. I'm a good swimmer. What else? I sing a little bit.
I know.
I'm open to try the things. Sometimes I'm very sad that I don't have enough time to all the things because like I'm very curious. Like if I see somebody doing something on the street, I would just come and say, hey, what's that? How does it work? Like I like doing that. It's part of the curiosity. It's a part of the job. It's a part of the thing. And unfortunately, like sometimes I would like to spend more time with that, but I just like don't have enough time.
What was hardest project in your career?
Now I have difficulties because like I'm still working on my accent, and if I really prepare, I really can speak like American guy, you know. So, but like it's harder. So when now I just see what I'm thinking, I'm not prepared, so it's just more obvious. But I'm working, so like I have a accent introduction teacher, I have a grammar teacher, so I really like keep improving that. So, and talking about hard thing, it was at Magenta Theater. It was they usually provide cold reading for new projects, and it's been like 4 times failed before. On the 5th time, I got the job, and 4 times after my 4th attempt, I was thinking I'm done with acting forever. So, cold reading for international actors is very hard. You cannot read at the same level as fast as like people who was born here, right? For native speaker.
Of course.
So when I got it, I didn't know who's my character, what is that, like I didn't have chance to just, and they called me go first on the stage.
Oh.
And I was barely read it, so how bad it is. So, and then after, they invited other guys, probably like 20 times after, and I was, why I even not second, now why not even third? So I was waiting, they're gonna give me another chance. So, second part, they're gonna check. I'm not first, I'm not second, I'm just alright. I memorized all the line, I just wrote the things, I know who's my character, I know what I gotta do. They didn't ask me to show this. I'm just, oh no. Third part, I go second. And again, I'm just like, oh my god, but I already like knew something already based on the previous thing. I showed a little bit better. So, and after 3 parts, they just like, now we call somebody who is like good to go. They call me first. And I'm just like miserable. So I never come back. Shame, like, and when they have another audition, I was like, oh my god, no way. They know me. They like know this like failure. So, but I did preparation. I found the script. I memorized all the things that might be like my character.
Oh.
I prepare. I was working. So when I got there, I showed all my best, and I got the role.
Yay!
So yeah, it was my 5th attempt at Magenta Theater when I got my role. So, and that was amazing. So like it was an amazing team. We was working together. It was so much fun. Improvisation, and I really like the connection I made with my director there, because like every time I brought something new, I never followed the same way, and she let me do that. First she was shocked, because like as usually everybody follow the same way, I every time brought something different, which make my even partner react different. And I really like how she understood it, and she said that, okay, keep this. If she really liked something, she said, keep this. And all other things, I had like a whole bunch of field for improvisation. So that was a really good, and yeah, final performance was very hilarious because I brought a lot of my stuff there, and it's amazing thing when you create your stuff. You own it, and you just feel better than somebody told, oh, you have to do this. When you brought it and say, wow, keep it, that's cool. That's how it worked.
So it's interesting. Looks like you can work hard. You're a hard worker person. So about stuff to prepare, it's important to. It's skill.
I have to.
It's good skill.
I have to. Sometimes, like, yeah, people ask me, do you like relax? But I don't really get tired doing acting. Just physically maybe. But like I wake up next day, and if I have the worst thing when you don't have opportunities, that's the hardest thing. So when you kind of like knocking on the doors and nobody open the door, that's hard thing. But if you have opportunity, I'm excited.
So I'm very excited about your journey in Los Angeles, and I believe, and I think all our listeners and all our followers, they will watch you and will watch your next movies. So we believe in you.
We just started.
Yeah, congratulations for your journey in Los Angeles. It was Mikhail Anikin. Anikin. Awesome. Okay, let's see him on the big screens.
And no expectation.
Yeah. Bye guys. Bye guys. Thank you for watching this.